Hey everyone, we're gonna be making the knotted gown, the sleep gown from Lowland Kids today, and I wanted to show you just all my pieces. I have 2 sleeves, and I'm making mine with I'm not using cuffs, so I cut at the longest length because there's an option if you're just gonna be doing cuffs to cut at the cuff line. But I am doing the mitten version. I really like this version because I feel like it's nice when they're like itty bitty babies, they don't scratch their face. So these are the mittens, and here is my binding for my neckband. And I am gonna be doing binding, but I did cut it, but since I do my binding on the round, I did cut it for the folded band size. And I have here I am gonna bind my bottom part of it, and I have my front and my back pieces right over here. So let's get started with this. And this amazing fabric is from EC Fabrics. I don't know if I'm saying that right, if it's EC or IC Fabric. Her fabric is amazing. I have ribbed I think it's 2x1 rib right over here, and it's so amazing. And this is a jersey fabric. I love that it matches the fabric completely. This is the camel color, and I have really my lighting's not too good, it's too bright in here, but this is such a pretty color. You're gonna love it if you get some. But anyways, her quality is amazing. You should check her out. So we're gonna start making this, and we'll see how it goes because I haven't made this in a while. So okay, so we are going to start off by using our attaching our sleeves. This right here is our sleeves. You will notice that there's a back side because our back side comes up higher, and then this is our front side. So we're gonna lay our back piece, make sure our back piece is right sides together like that, and we're gonna serge that on. And I apologize because I am doing this with one hand because I still haven't ordered a tripod. So we're going to basically serge that part, and then we're gonna add our other sleeve as well to it afterwards, and then we can attach it to our front. So we're gonna come and serge it here and then serge it there like a raglan. Okay, so after we've attached our sleeves to our back, it should look something like this. And now we are going to attach our sleeves to the front side. So you are going to put your front body piece right sides to right sides with your sleeve, and you're basically going to just serge on that little round part of the sleeve, line it up with the little part of your front right sides to right sides, just like that. And we're gonna go serge that on, and once we do one side, we will bring and do the other side as well. Okay, so once we have it, it should start looking something like this. This is our sleeves. So now it's time to add our mittens. So this is very important, just to make sure you are gonna do this right. You have to basically grab your mitten pieces. These are your mittens pieces, and you're gonna fold them right sides, wrong sides to wrong sides. So like this. Make a nice little fold. Okay, so we are gonna fold our mitten pieces just like this, wrong sides to wrong sides. So this is gonna be your right side. If it's a print, you should be able to see the print right here, and the non-printed side sandwiched in between. So with rib, it's kind of hard to tell, so I just think this is my right side. And you're gonna find the back part of your sleeve. So this is my back bodice of my knotted sleeper, and so this is the back of my sleeve. So you're gonna line it up like the raw edge to the raw edge of the sleeve, and the folded part is going to be like towards facing like where you put your neckband. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. You're going to fold your sleeve and you're going to place it on towards the back part of your sleeve. And I'm just going to clip it here just like that. Okay, and that is the next part. Okay, so we have placed our, so once we do that, we are going to fold in our sleeves just like this, and then our little mitten is going to be like snug in here. Okay, so we have our sleeve like that, right? This is our our folded part. We are going to come in and fold our sleeves like when you're going to like close them up, but we're going to fold them, and our little mitten is going to be snug in there. You can feel it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to sew starting about a 1/4 inch in. We're going to sew about a half inch past where our mitten ends. That's what we're going to sew, like straight here. And I don't know if you can use a serger for this, but I'm going to use just my regular sewing machine. You want to make sure you catch that little edge of this mitten inside, like little corner. So you're going to sew like 1/4 inch, and then you're going to come in about 1/2 inch or so, or a little bit more, and then just like go past it, kind of, so 1/4 inch, and then go past 1/2 inch where the edge is. So you make sure you catch that. You're going to do the same thing for both sides. So once you attach it, it should look something like this. I think I went a little bit past half here, but it's fine. It should look something like this. And now we're going to bind our our sleeves. And I don't think the instructions have it doesn't have like a measurement for the binding piece for the arms. So I'm just gonna measure here. It is about 4.5, so I'm gonna do about that because I'll just stretch it a bit. So I'll do a 4.5 by 1.25 inch binding piece, or I'll just do 1.5 actually, because I like my binding a little bit thicker. Okay, so the way you're gonna do your binding for your sleeve, you are just going to put it right sides together and then serge it, and then you're gonna flip it over and stitch just like normal binding. So I'll show you how to do that. So like that, and then we're gonna top stitch, and I'm gonna use my cover stitch for that, but you can use just your regular sewing machine. So it's gonna look like that once you top stitch. It's gonna be like that, and we're gonna do the same thing to the other arm. Okay, so we have our little mittens binded, and so now what we're gonna do, we are gonna close this romper up on one side, this little gown up. So we are going to just close it, like put them right sides together. Okay, so we are going to close up our romper. We're gonna just like you would close it normally and put our sleeves together, and we're gonna serge all the way down to the bottom little notch right here. We're gonna leave these tails. If you are not going to bind your tails, you can close off both sides. You can close off both sides of the gown, but since I am gonna bind my little tails, I'm just going to close off one side only. So I'm gonna serge down here and then show you how to do the next part. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach our binding piece. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to open it on the side that it's not binded or whatever. And we're going to start off by, we're going to grab our binding piece and we're going to open up our gown like this. And we're going to start off at the edge of the part we didn't close off. Sorry for the mess in the background. And we're just going to start binding. Like, you can clip if you want, and we're just going to bind all around and come back until we get to the other little edge right here, and then we can flip it around and top stitch, and I'll show you how to do that. So after you bind, it should look something like this. You're binding, and you can trim the excess part of it, which I will do. But what you're going to do now is turn it again, like right sides to right sides, and you're going to close off the other end of it. And then we're going to add our neckband, and then we'll be done. Okay, so we have closed off our both sides. Now it's time to add our neckband so we can be done. And so we're gonna keep our gown facing the wrong side, and we're gonna grab our neckband piece, and I already just serged the edge of that. And so this is the right side of my fabric, and so what we're gonna do is the seam, I like to keep it to the back. So this is the back part of my gown, and I'm going to just put it like in the middle of the seam, and then do the rest, other four, like to the front, and I'll show you how that looks. That is what it looks like, and we're just going to serge that band all over, and then we're going to turn it around and top stitch, because this is binding in the round. Okay, so we have our neckband on, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing as we do with when we bind. We're just going to our seam face up and then fold down that part and then top stitch. So we're just gonna fold it down over it and top stitch. And we are completely done with our neckband, and that means we have completed the gown. All you have to do now is make a little tie this however you prefer to tie it, and pair it up with a little hat, or you can even put a little like something here, like a little design of some kind here if you wanted to, with like some vinyl or something, like a heat transfer or something. And it's really cute. This is a newborn size, and it's like a perfect like little gift as well for anybody. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and hope to see your makes in the album. Okay, so I don't know what I did wrong on the side, but this is what it's supposed to look like on the front with the mitten. And I think I put when I placed the mittens before closing it off with that little thing, I think I placed it on the front versus the back. So, because I didn't notice, trying to do everything with one hand. But yeah, so one side is right and one side is wrong, but it's okay. It'll still like fold over and stuff. So just pay very good attention to placing it on the back side of the gown.